Hey guys, that's right, I just walked up to my office through my own door. So if you guys have been following me on Instagram, on my Instagram stories, I've been kind of showing a little bit of the renovation of my office here, Century 21 Culture, and they are finished now. And this is my desk right here, and here's the rest of the cubicles in this new space. It's a really long office now, all the way down. It's like a shotgun house, shotgun office, and all the way over there at the other end, that's the training room and the cold calling room and the kitchen. That's where you see some of my videos when I'm eating lunch and stuff. That's right over there. And then over here, that is the main office where it all started. And we got private offices right here, all along this wall. And we got the man, Aaron Rivas, Mr. Century 21 right here.
Don't mind.
Hey. The thing that I am most excited about in this whole office, this entire office, we're about to enter into that room right now, and that is this room right here, which is going to be the media room. It's messy right now, but that is my project for today. That's what this whole video, this whole vlog is going to be about. Is about me trying to set up this media room. So here we go. Since we're trying to save space, we bought this wall bracket mount right here for the backdrop instead of getting like the stands and stuff. Alright, so we didn't really get to do anything yesterday because we were busy with other stuff, but now we're gonna get to setting this stuff up. Alright, so now we got the backdrop out of the way. I'm just gonna start unboxing some of this other stuff that we ordered, and we'll start with the smallest stuff, I guess. I'll check back in with you guys after I feel like I have a pretty decent setup, and then I'll show you around, see how I set up everything, and we'll test it out. Alright guys, so here's the first look at everything in the media room set up. We got the 3-point lighting and we got the black backdrop. As you can see, I'm wearing different clothing again. This is the third day that we're filming this video, and it's because we are busy and we can't just focus solely on this. But in between those days, I was able to block off this huge window here that was bringing a ton of light. We just used the black seamless background paper right here to just block that off so that we have full control over the lighting. And so everything that you see in this setup, I actually got the idea from DSLR Video Shooter. It's a YouTube channel, and he just gives great lighting tutorials, tutorials on video and video gear and just things like that. So if you want to get more ideas for your lighting setup, I would recommend DSLR Video Shooter. So for our lighting, we have the Neewer CN-304 LED light, and that is our key light, which is providing most of the light. And then for our other two lights, for our fill light and for our backlight, we have two Neewer CN-160s. For sound, I have the Rode Videomicro just right above me, right outside of the frame, and it's hanging on a the boom arm on a mic stand, and I'm able to get it closer to me because I have a extension for a 3.5mm jack that's just running through that. And I'm recording right now on my Lumix G85, and the ISO right now is at 400. And aperture is about at 4.1. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn off each light one by one to kind of show what each light does. So the first one is I'm gonna turn off the fill light, and let's see what that looks like right now. Alright, so right away you can kind of tell that the right side of my face, there's a lot of shadow and it's not as bright as the left side of my face, because what the fill light's supposed to do is just to complement your key light and fill in those shadows that it doesn't get. And so depending on where you put the key light, it's just gonna get the opposite side. So right now, that's why my right side looks darker. So now I'm gonna turn that back on, and now I'm gonna turn off the backlight. So what the backlight is supposed to do is it's supposed to separate the subject from the background by giving it kind of like an outline of the body, a silhouette effect kind of. And I think what some people call like the hero effect or a halo effect. It kind of just makes it more dramatic and makes the subject stand out more. So now I'm gonna keep the fill light, and I'm gonna turn back the backlight back on, and I'm gonna turn off the key light, and then we'll see what that looks like. All right, so as you can see, with the key light off, there's hardly any light coming at me. I'm very dark. A lot of me is in the shadow, and that's why it's called the key light, because it provides the most light. In some situations, you can have just the key light lighting your videos. I've seen a lot of videos where they just use one light, and you're able to create, a lot of dramatic effects still, and it's still effective. Obviously, it's not as good as if you have the 3-point lighting, but it's still something you can use. Alright, so here's what it looks like again with all 3 lights set up. Much better than if you just have 2 or 1 light set up. The only thing left to do now is to soundproof the room. We actually have some foam, so we're going to try and do that, and maybe in a later video we'll show the difference between the sound without soundproofing and with soundproofing. So obviously we still have a lot to play around with different lighting setups and with the different backdrops, but with what we have here, we have more than enough to start making even more quality videos and content. And that's exactly what we want to do. We want to start providing even more value to buyers, sellers, and agents. And so if you haven't already, I want to invite you guys to follow and subscribe to Century 21 Culture on all of the social media platforms. There will be links below, and there will also be links for everything in the setup. So if you want to try that stuff out and check it out. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon.
We have to consume knowledge to be able to keep up with technology and be able to embrace technology to open up the gates of relationships. We're in control of all this stuff. We don't have to worry about the results. If we're just be in control of what we know we need to do. Why is it that we're doing what we're doing? Are we in the space that we should be in? Then go all in.